Welcome, everybody, to our episode 0, the first episode of Simply Biblical Podcast. My name is Nick Stallone, and I'm here with my good friend and co-host, Jonathan McAtee. John, say hey.
Hey, what's up?
So today, we're not going to get into anything too deep about the different things that we're going to be talking about throughout the rest of this podcast. What we're going to share today is just who we are, kind of what we want to talk about with this podcast, what our goals are. And yeah, it's going to be a quick episode, not going to be long. John, you want to start us off?
Well, I think to start off, just saying, where did we get our name from? Simply Biblical. It's actually from one of the guys we went to college with up in North Point College. We both graduated from North Point up in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And our friend Brett, actually, he
shout out Brett.
Yeah, he preached a sermon our junior year, and he's just super smart, brilliant guy, knows the Bible, is just a smart dude. And he preached a sermon, and in it, I actually wasn't there. Sadly, I wasn't there that day, but I know I was told later that he talked about, he said that people think that I'm really smart, but I'm really just biblical. And so we got our idea for our name from that we are just simply biblical, and that's what we want to be. So that's what we named our podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
And just to share a little bit about ourselves. So like I said, my name is Nick. Originally, I was born in New Jersey, moved to Pennsylvania when I was like 12 or 13, and then stayed there for a bit. And then I went to community college before moving up to Michigan. My original plan was to go into business and start my own business. But then things kind of changed. God put a call in my life, and I felt that he was calling me to Michigan and to go into ministry. So I had a few connections of people who were already going to North Point College, and I just decided to move out here just to follow after God's call over my life. And I haven't looked back. John and I both just graduated this past spring, and during the course of our schooling, it kind of birthed our idea for this podcast. We both really enjoy studying and diving deep into the scripture through lectures and teachings, but also on our own time. We've done it together, and that's actually kind of what sparked this idea that we would start our own podcast, where we were diving deep into kind of like a misconception of a specific word in the Bible. And we spent like a whole day. I spent a whole day in it, and Jonathan he went a little crazy and spent like
3 days.
3 days? I feel like it was longer than that.
4 or 5.
4 or 5 days, but he was up like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. almost every single night.
Yeah.
And yeah, so he was having a lot of fun with that. I was working at Chipotle.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, then after we kind of found something crazy out that we never had heard of before, we both kind of just looked at each other and were like, we should start a podcast.
He was a little bit more serious about it than I was at first. I wasn't that serious. And then he asked me again later, and I was like, well, why not? I guess we'll do this thing. So then now, here it is. It actually happened. It got out of the group chat phase. But just a little bit about me. I'm a pastor's kid. I grew up in the Assemblies of God. My dad pastored a church as I was growing up. I felt called into ministry when I was really young, and then later got more directed towards youth ministry. And so now I'm in youth ministry, which has been incredible. And at Sweetwater Assembly of God here in Indiana. So yeah, I went up to school at North Point for 4 years and came back, and yeah, just loving life. I got married last May, so over a year now, which has been incredible. My awesome wife, Abby, she's just the best. Shout out, Abby.
I also recently got married. I got married last month. Shout out Mackenzie. She's great.
Oh, yeah.
But John and I, we both graduated with the same degree and minor. So our degree was major in ministry leadership with a minor in biblical languages. So we both learned how to translate the Greek and Hebrew Bibles. And by no means are we professionals.
Right.
We are still learning. We're not. We may know more than the average person, but we do not know everything that there is.
We have not reached the biblical scholar title yet.
No, we're not scholars.
We're learning every day.
Mm-hmm.
And so part of this is we want to be able to learn, and then as we're learning, share with other people. And if people listen, awesome. If they don't, we'll have good conversations.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so John and I, we just love to study, to learn, and so that's what we want to do. We just want to share it, and wherever it takes us, it takes us. So whether it be a bunch of people listening or just our parents listening, we're fine with whatever. But John, you want to share what our goal is?
Oh, yeah. So our goal is that all people would know Christ through the study of his word. And, for us, as we have learned how to study Scripture and dive deep into Scripture, it's, at least for me, it has really helped me become more in love with Jesus, and that he is the center of everything, and that the studying his word has helped me grow to be, more faithful and more just devoted to him. And so we want to help other people do the same, because that's what we're here for, to make disciples. And so we hope that this can be an outlet for that, and just so that way people can know the Lord, know his word, and grow in him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and what our main focus really is going to be is we want to kind of break down like theological concepts that the Bible teaches. So this isn't just like only like a leadership podcast, or we're not really going like verse through verse like the Bama podcast. Shout out Bama podcast. No, but we really want to look at more like theological concepts and big questions that people are asking, and kind of break down like what does the Bible say about this, and how can we as Christians live a simply biblical life. But that's not to say that we may not have a leadership podcast or a podcast on how to do ministry in a certain way. But our main focus is we want to break down theological concepts, answer theological questions. Not that we have all the answers, just because we have a podcast doesn't mean that, everything that we even are saying is correct. But we're going to do our best to study and, do all that we can to give you guys the most biblical answer that we can, that we can share.
Simply biblical.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Simply biblical.
Thank you guys for tuning in to the Simply Biblical podcast, where our goal is that all people would know Christ through the study of his word. We'll see you next episode.